concerned. And we're also seeing a reform in the petroleum industry, where we have today an industry without subsidy, and we have seen into. But however, the perspective they are looking at it might slightly be different from what the population are expecting.
Sir, these reforms that we're talking about, are they on paper or are there physical manifestations?
Yes, of course. The physical manifestation, when you look at the floating exchange rate, the floating exchange rate now has shown that the central bank has coordinated a design policy aimed at rescuing the naira and then stabilizing naira with other international currencies. That is visible. The second aspect, we have seen how the removal of subsidy has brought Dangote refinery, and we have seen some of the benefit of deregulating the industry, where you see interesting partners willing to join the sector. And we also have seen how even the key actors are negotiating how to get market strategy that will be influential to the growth of that industry. Another aspect at which we must acknowledge is we have seen from the removal of subsidy and from the situation at the reserve reserve of Nigeria, we have seen a little bit of stability, and that is a good prospect. And that is going to be more pronounced when better policies that will increase productivity in the economy, especially as emphasized by the Vice President, that is looking at the aspect of human capital development. These are the indices that will change the scenario and will now bring about a complementary or a collective prosperity, where government cycle has better options in terms of revenue generation, in terms of policy adjustment, and at the same time from the public, we see how consumer will try as much as possible with their legitimate income, can now participate in a better perspective to put the GDP required for the economy at a given period of time.
Thank you very much. The federal government plans to implement a system that will significantly reduce post-harvest losses and food waste in the country. This came to light during the second post-harvest summit hosted by the federal government in Abuja. Musa Baba Aliu reports.
A good yield is often attributed to farmers' hard work, dedication, and investment. However, this goal may not be fully realized if the harvest is poorly handled, resulting in significant waste of produce. In Nigeria, approximately 40% of harvested produce is wasted during and after harvest.
You see, we are losing close to 3 trillion naira annually as a nation. And up to now, we are yet to solve the problem of post-harvest.
This summit, organized by the Nigerian Stored Products Research Institute, aims to address the challenges of food waste caused by inadequate post-harvest handling. Experts drawn from across the food production value chain in the country lament the high incidence of food waste. They also showcase new technologies and innovation for handling crops before and after harvest. The conference also explored Nigeria's potential in cassava production, focusing on strategies to add value and reduce post-harvest losses.
Nigeria is the largest producer by almost 45%. Everybody knows about cassava. And of course, if we can be able to focus on our challenges and then outline all this using the data management system or the integrated data management system, we're going to make sure we're going to have all these post-harvest losses to a various minimum achieved.
A representative of the President of the Senate unveiled a dashboard showcasing progress in modern technology and innovation for post-harvest management.
Conferences and exhibitions like this should be taken to the farmers in the grassroots, where they can see, feel, hear practically and firsthand the losses incurred by our farmers in their rural communities, and also seek their opinions on the way forward.
The Nigerian Stored Products Research Institute is tasked with researching post-harvest handling and stored issues related to agricultural commodities in order to reduce losses and improve food security. Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
The Department of State Security, DSS, successfully recovered a large cache of arms and rescued kidnapped victims across 5 states, including Kaduna and Delta. In Kaduna, the DSS arrested 8 suspected bandits, 22 informants, and several others involved in various criminal activities, leading to the recovery of 5 AK-47 rifles, 1 general-purpose machine gun, 3 rocket-propelled grenades, and around 5,000 rounds of ammunition. 79 kidnapped victims were also rescued. In Delta State, DSS operatives recovered 50 AK-47 rifles and 3,000 rounds of ammunition in Asaba, arresting a serving British Army officer in connection with the arms. Local Ijaw communities have called for a thorough investigation to prevent renewed conflicts in Warri. Kaduna State Governor Senator Obasani praised President Bola Tinubu for appointing Oluwatosin Ajayi as the DSS Director General, citing improved efforts against insecurity. Recent operations in Kaduna have resulted in 54 arrests and significant arms recoveries. Meanwhile, National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) has raided a new 80-room hotel in Victoria Island, Lagos, suspected of being a front for drug distribution. During the operation on April 25th and 26th, 2025, operatives recovered 589 bags of Canadian loud cannabis weighing 417.3 kilograms, valued at $1,042,500. 3 suspects, Eze Aitu Ofuogu Samuel and Emmanuel Ame, were arrested, while 2 others are still at large. Items seized included multiple vehicles, 74 new TV sets, 10 used TV sets, and 13 refrigerators believed to be proceeds of drug trade. In a separate operation in Jigawa State on April 23rd, NDLEA intercepted Toyota Sienna carrying 200,000 pills of tramadol and 217,500 capsules of pregabalin. A statement by Director of Media and Advocacy of NDLEA, Femi Babafemi, says 2 suspects were arrested and follow-up actions in Kano led to the recovery of an additional 1,584,000 pills from another vehicle and a home. NDLEA also intercepted 46 wraps of cocaine concealed in body cream destined for Saudi Arabia and seized 3,814.9 kg of skunk during a raid on farms in Edo State. Advocacy activities, including WADA sensitization lectures at various schools, were conducted nationwide. NDLEA Chairman Brigadier General Mohammed Buba Marwa commended the effort of operatives across multiple commands in addressing drug-related issues. This is the News Desk at 3 on NTA News 24. More stories when we return. Stay with us.
Baffy Furniture Easter Sales is on. Enjoy unbeatable furniture deals with up to 50% off on our luxurious Turkish sofas starting from just 2.8 million naira. Get a smart bed for only 7 million naira plus 25% off our luxury collections. That's not all. Enjoy free delivery and installation in Abuja, Lagos, Enugu, and Kano. Visit any of our showrooms or shop online to take advantage of these incredible offers.
This is NTA News 24.
Welcome back. Kogi State government is not relenting in its fight against polio as children across the states are going for another round of immunization against the disease. Jonathan Omojali reports that this is part of activities marking this year's African Vaccination Week.
Drops of vaccine being administered to children in Lokoja, Kogi State. Although Nigeria was declared free of white polio in 2020, the spread of the circulating vaccine-derived polio virus type 2 remains a concern. This ongoing immunization exercise is part of efforts to secure the future of the children.
It's presently ravaging a lot of communities, and that is why the federal government, the National Primary Care Development Agencies, our partners, UNICEF, WHO, are out to ensure that this is curtailed, and then, if possible, ensure that there is a total eradication and prevention of this particular disease.
Scheduled to run from the 26th to the 29th of this month, the state government is urging parents to ensure their children receive the vaccine and not reject immunization teams.
They should make sure that their children are vaccinated. They should welcome the vaccinators that will come to their various compound.
I feel very good. My baby is doing well, and I like the way they attend to us every time that we come.
With every drop of the vaccine, the future of each child grows safer in the fight against polio. In Lokoja, Jonathan Omajali, NTA News.
Meanwhile, Kogi State government has reaffirmed its commitment of Ahmed Usman Ododo-led administration to the welfare and prosperity of Kogi State. A statement by Kogi State Commissioner for Information and Communications, Kingsley Fanwu, highlighted the administration's focus on industrialization, agricultural expansion, and infrastructure development, noting significant improvements in livelihoods across urban and rural communities. Fanwu emphasized Kogi is on the move to success in terms of its agricultural policies to combat food inflation and enhancing Kogi's reputation as a key food producer, considering initiatives to empower farmers, turning them into entrepreneurs. The commissioner also reported the upgrade of over 300 primary healthcare centers to improve access to quality healthcare in rural areas, reducing rural-urban migration as people choose to stay in their communities. In addition, he mentioned rural electrification projects, ongoing road rehabilitation, and revitalized water supply systems, all aimed at benefiting grassroots communities. The administration has delivered quarterly palliatives to vulnerable populations and trained youth in various skills, providing starter packs for sustainability. Fanwo acknowledged the state government's commitment to education with significant infrastructure enhancements and to environmental regeneration. He also stressed the importance of security, stating that Kogi's security framework has been strengthened under the leadership of Commander Jerry Omodara, retired. To advance the cause of addressing the challenges faced by women, Nigerians are being encouraged to support women and not leave everything to government alone in this regard. In this regard, the Uzodimma twins, Sophia and Sandra Uzodimma, emphasized this while speaking on the importance of research and encouraging women to make it their best friend, a message that inspired the coining of their new book, Postpartum and Beyond. The occasion was a double celebration in which the sisters also marked their birthday. They noted that with the right tools, women will be better prepared for the maternal health phase, likening it to preparation for a battlefield where readiness for the unexpected is crucial. Father of the celebrants and Governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodimma, appreciated their hard work, determination, and focus on their goal of authoring such an intellectual work. The All Progressives Congress says for the first time in the history of the nation's political outplay, major opposition parties are gradually dissolving into the governing party in an unprecedented number. This was during an emergency meeting between the APC governors, the National Working Committee of the party, and some new entrants from Delta State. Political correspondent Abubakar Akwanga reports.
In the last few weeks, the pace of defection from the People's Democratic Party, the Labour Party, and the New Nigerian People's Party has risen astronomically. And the latest is the Delta tsunami, where almost all the elected public office holders and heavyweights dumped the PDP for the governing All Progressives Congress the APC. Now, leaders of the party converged on Abuja to retrospect and make predictions for the defection of more members owing to the purposeful leadership under the Tinubu's presidency in less than 48 months.
And then we'll come together as a family to grow the party and support the government in Delta State for the benefit of our people and members of our great party. So I think we're happy with the development and a big testimony to the fact that APC government in Nigeria is being admired by many, if not all and sundry.
Now the party is also preparing grounds to balance the equation between the old and new breeds in a way every interest shall count in the build-up towards retaining power for the full delivery of the renewed gestation period in 2031. In Abuja, Abubakar Akwanga, NTA News.
This is the News Desk at 3 on NTA News 24. Here is a recap of our major stories. Vice President Kashim Shettima seeks stronger international collaboration to advance Nigeria's human capital development. Agri-experts demands efforts in addressing food waste caused by inadequate post-harvest handling. Following a recent wave of defections to the APC, the National Working Committee held meeting with defectors. Former Jigawa State Governor and People's Democratic Party (PDP) national leader Sule Lamido has expressed optimism that defectors will return to the party, citing its strong structure and patriotic values. His remarks came during the PDP's local government Congress election in Birnin Kudu, where new leaders and national convention delegates were elected. Awal Mohammed Kazauri reports.
Election of the People's Democratic Party local government leaders was conducted peacefully and in a calm atmosphere across Jigawa State. During the exercise, supporters of the party turned out in large numbers to elect local government leaders and delegates who will represent the state at the party's forthcoming national convention. Stakeholders commend the conduct of the election, describing it as free, fair and transparent. They also expressed satisfaction with the impressive turnout and the commitment of members towards strengthening the PDP at all levels.
The event is well attended. At the same time, it's according to the guidelines of the People's Democratic Party.
Meanwhile, former Jigawa State Governor Sule Lamido received a number of ward leaders from other political parties who recently defected to the PDP. Speaking at the event, Lamido expressed confidence that more members who had defected to other parties will eventually return once they realize their personal ambitions are not fulfilled elsewhere.
In their own wisdom, people may not feel that I should go there as a delegate, if only to be able to guide them, I don't know. But the idea I shouldn't have been a delegate, to be honest, because I've been around for too long. But because the change of the constitution of the party, that you have to be elected at local government level before you become a delegate at the convention, that's why they elected me.
His remarks highlight the PDP's effort to maintain unity and resilience amid internal challenges and defections. In Duse, Awal Muhammad Kazauri, NTA News.
And that concludes the News Desk at 3 on NTA News 24. Thanks for watching. I'm Vivian Izadifi.